Hello, seventh grade. So the next thing that we're going to be working on is a scale drawing. So I know we've been talking about some geometry, and so we're going to take what we know about geometry and those shapes, and we're going to take what we learned about ratios. So you might remember some of that from this year. You might remember some of that from sixth grade. And you're going to apply that to create a scale drawing. So what you are going to be doing is you are going to create a floor plan, okay? So I'm going to go through the terms that you are going to see and that you're going to use, and maybe you just don't know what they mean, okay? So you are going to create a scale drawing or a scale model, and that is going to be a floor plan. So scale drawings or scale models are used to represent objects that are too large or too small to be drawn or built at actual size. I wrote that twice, okay? So they are used to represent objects that are too large or too small to be drawn or built at actual size. A scale is the ratio that compares the measurements of the drawing or model to the measurements of the real object. So when we're talking about a scale, this is a ratio. We know a ratio compares two things. So the two things that we are comparing are the model to the actual, okay? So when you are working, that's what I want you to remember, that the scale compares the model to the actual. Scale factor, that's when you write the scale as a ratio in simplest form, okay? So to create this, you can use your books and look at pages 576 to 577 for examples, okay? So you can just use those as examples. So some things that I want you to remember when you are creating your floor plan. So I want you to pick a room in your house. It doesn't matter. It can be your bedroom, it can be the living room, the kitchen, whatever, okay? I'm thinking probably a bedroom or a living room would be the easiest thing to create. So just a few things. You need to use a ruler, or let's be honest, it's going to be easier to use a tape measure to take those measurements, but you're going to need a ruler for your final project. I am providing you a PDF copy of grid paper, so if you have a printer available to you, you can print the grid paper, or if you have grid paper laying around, you can use that. If you don't have grid paper, just go ahead and use plain computer paper, copy paper, okay? All right, so your first step, you're going to pick your room, and then after you pick your room, you are going to take the measurements in feet of the room. So you're going to take the measurements in feet of the room of your choice, okay? After you have your measurements, you're going to start creating your drawing, and before you do that, you have to decide on a scale to use. Okay, so for example, you could say that 1 foot is equal to 2 inches, okay? So your scale would be your model, which on your paper, that would be 2 inches to 1 foot. So let's say if 2 inches on your model, on the picture that you draw, is equal to 1 foot of the real thing, okay? And then after you take your measurements and decide on your scale, then you are going to create your scale drawing. So you don't have to include all pieces of furniture, but you do need to include some. So for example, if you do your bedroom, I would like you to include your bed and either your dresser or your desk or something like that. If you do the living room, you want to include a couch or a chair, okay? Or a coffee table, so some things like that. but you do not have to include all pieces of furniture. On your final project, okay, you need to include measurements, and you need to give me a key. So in your key, you would put, okay, let's say you use 2 inches was equal to 1 foot. You do not have to use that scale. You can use another one. That's just an example, okay? But you need to include your measurements. In the document that has your assignment for this week, you will see that I collaborated with Miss Moore, okay? So if you've had Miss Moore for art this year, think about things that you've learned in her class, okay, throughout the years, and apply it to this. So she provided you with some examples. There's a sample floor plan on there. There are different symbols that are used to represent different pieces of furniture. There are some just other notes on there that you can refer to help you, okay? So 7th grade, for your week 7 assignment, which is due next Tuesday, May 19th, you are going to create a floor plan, okay? Pay attention to the assignment when it's posted, because I will provide you with additional resources that can help you. So you're not doing any work out of the book or Alex or anything like that this week. Your focus is just to create your floor plan. If you are in 7-2 and have Miss Moore for art, this is also going to be your art assignment for this week, okay? So everybody in 7-1 will complete this. 7-2, everybody will complete this. And then if you are in 7-2 and have Miss Moore for art, then you will submit this to Miss Moore for your art assignment for the week as well. Okay, so again, like I said, please pay attention to the assignment when it is posted. There will be additional resources on there for you to view. And if you have questions, please reach out to Miss Moore or I, and we will answer those, okay? All right, good luck, guys. I can't wait to see your floor plans that you've created.